I'm Marty Gensius, a faculty member at a Midwest University podcaster and an Apple product fan, and co-host of Vision Profiles, along with Eric Bolden, Dave Ginsberg, and Daniel Burkholder. We're doing this new supplement, ProNotes, and ProNotes gives you up-to-the-minute news regarding what's going on with Apple Vision Pro. And today, big day, we got another beta release for developers. So we are now on visionOS 26 Developer Beta 4. And what we're going to do is explain some of the concepts that have happened in 4, what designates it from 3. I did some research on this, pulled some things out, and we'll be able to share with you some of the new parts that are part of the Developer Beta 4 that are adding to the Developer Beta 3. You can look for ProNotes generally Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings. If some news hits, we'll get it to you. You can follow us for the show, Vision Profiles, on the live stream at youtube.com/@visionprofiles Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch the video later on YouTube or the audio on any podcatcher service that you might have. So let's talk a little bit about what's new with this beta. And first, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go and take a look at what is in the developer notes. These are often difficult for me to get through, but I thought I'd show you this. This is from the developers page, and you can go in and get notes on this particular beta that's been released, and it's extensive. The problem is when you go through these, some of the stuff they report is stuff that's been previously reported that they have addressed, but they report it because they're covering all the different categories that would be of use to developers. So what I'm trying to do instead is figure out and sort through what's the information that is of value to people who are using and running the developer beta, people are using the Vision OS and or Vision, the Vision Pro. And so what does this mean with this new beta OS? Well, for Vision Pro users, what you'll notice in beta 4 is that there's going to be smoother system performance. And actually, it's been kind of funny because I've been following Reddit and people have been making some comments about it. Seems a little smoother. And general UI responsiveness is noticeably better, less jitter, quickie animation timing, and improved hand gesture accuracy. Also, you're going to have refined visual transitions. So the window edges and movements feel a little bit more polishy. Think classy transitions with fewer graphic hiccups along the way. Then this is a big one, persistent layouts. And this is good for the users. It's also good for the developers, and particularly for the developers. Apps, windows, or objects that you position in your environment now remember where you put them, even after a reboot. We've talked about this on Vision Profiles and previous options. So there's no more starting from scratch. So the persistent layouts is a big thing. And there's more natural gaze feedback. So interactive elements are now subtly highlight them when you look at them. Menus glow or lift slightly when your gaze hovers over them, giving you a stronger sense of touch with your eyes. Now, for developers, we're going back to this is what's new under the hood. Persistence API. Place it once, it always keeps. It means that developers can anchor apps like Windows or widgets to real-time surfaces, and it stays in place even after the Vision Pro restarts. This matters because you don't have to manually reset things up in your spatial workshop and workspace again, your notes app on the coffee table if you want to keep it there. It's still there tomorrow morning. And There's code that makes it much more easier to make the object persistent. The code line of code lock anchor is the code. It brings special spatial computing closer to feel like a real desktop or a workbench. So best use case is persistent dashboards, floating utility panels, and personal workspace apps. The compositor updates, these are visuals that adapt to you. And this is another important piece for developers. There's a hover effect with eye tracking. As users gaze on buttons or menus, they subtly highlight. This effects help guide the interaction naturally, especially in immersive apps or AR spaces. Privacy is protected. Gaze tracking is handled locally using Metal, not shared externally. And then there's also this dynamic render quality. Developers can adjust rendering sharpness or smoothness in real time based on user activity. So, what that means for users, text and UI stay crisp when you need it, frame rates stay high, and apps get intense. The system chooses the best visual settings for the moment, not just static defaults. There is also better eye track rendering or foveation. You probably have heard that word before. Vision Pro can now prioritize the rendering quality at the center of your gaze, reducing the quality around the edges. It gives a performance boost that you won't notice because what you're looking at is in the moment is what is well focused and well part of your gaze. So everything feels a little bit more fluid because you're not trying to render everything in the scene, just the points where your gaze are. So, what's the bottom line on Beta 4? It's really not about new features. They announce all these features that it's going to be able to do, just like they do with the other iOSs. And it doesn't mean they all roll out on the same beta. On the first beta, they roll out sometimes on subsequent betas. Well, that's the case here with visionOS. This is more of a kind of under the hood correction and adjustment than it is going to be a new, a new function or something that we haven't seen before. So right now it's about making what's already there smarter, faster, and more natural in the process. So you will notice better flow and persistent layouts. Developers will get the tools they need to build them and have the experiences that stick and respond to gaze. All of that's going to be great for developers. It'll feel better. It'll run smarter. That's the kind of update it is. And it's laying the groundwork for even more immersive, stable Vision Pro experiences ahead. So, quick recap. From the user-facing point of view, you're going to have improved systems performance and responsiveness, persistent object placement across reboots, and subtle hover cues for gaze interaction. And from the developer tools standpoint, a persistence API, as I mentioned, lock anchor, a compositor enhancements like hover effects and dynamic resolution, and enhanced eye tracking and integration. So this is all very cool with this new fourth beta of the visionOS developer beta. It's the fourth version that came out today. Well, July 22nd is when it came out, and we're getting the news to you right away on Vision ProNotes. So, take a look at the rest of the shows. This is going to be blended right into our stream. So take a look at Vision Profiles. Again, that's Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for tuning in. We'd love to hear from our listeners. If you have ideas or want to join in on an episode, email us at thepodtalknetwork@gmail.com. You can learn more about us and Vision Profiles podcast, also other podcasts that we produce at the website, thepodtalk.net. Spread the word to other visionaries. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.